Yo, what's up, kids and parents, and welcome back to Aloma Kids Online. We're so glad you're here, and I can't believe it's week 6 already with Wise Up. We're so glad that you're joining us for another week.
I can't wait to see what crazy stuff Jordan and Zippy get into today. But before we do that, we have a new game for us here at Aloma Kids. And so if you guys are ready, it's game time.
Okay, guys, so this game is a little different, all right? So you can definitely play it at home. In fact, it's a lot of fun with a lot of different people. If you got more than one person at home, hopefully you do, parents, that kind of stuff, join in. It's really cool with teams. So the idea is you're going to stack up some cups just like we did here this morning, and then you're each going to take a balloon. Here you go, Gianna. I give you a pink one because, pink is definitely your color. Okay, and then you're going to take, let's say, 3 big steps back from the stack. Now, the idea here is that you have to blow up your balloon and then launch it at the cups. And however many cups you can actually knock down with your balloon, I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah. This is going to be awesome. However many cups you knock down, obviously you get those points. Whoever knocks down the most cups after a minute, they win. So you ready for this challenge?
Yeah.
All right, so then listen, this is one I'd love to see. If you guys decide to do this at home, videotape it with the kids, send it in to us. We'd love to see this. Maybe put it up on the Aloma Kids Facebook page, all right? All right, you ready? Yes. All right, DJ Rob, let's kill this thing. Here we go. I got it. Ow! Okay, yeah. Oh, what the? Unbelievable. Okay. Woo. You can get your balloon back if you can. Hey, go find that one. Yeah, I got more in my pocket. Ah! This is not working for me. Where's the balloon? I get it. Here we go. How did you knock that down? Okay. All right, there we go. Here we go. Yeah. Yo, I got a couple. That was amazing. Okay. There we go. Ah.
Girls rule, girls rule, na 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 na. Girls rule, na 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 na. Hey.
Okay, I'm a little dizzy. All right, that was a little bit huffing and puffing, and I think Pastor's going to find some balloons in his pulpit on Sunday.
Yeah, probably.
That's good.
That was harder than it looked, for sure.
Definitely, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, send us your videos. And speaking of harder, so we've been having some memory verses that we're doing here during Wise Up. So if you remember, we started back with our first 2 weeks. We had Proverbs 1:5, and then we introduced Proverbs 13:4. But then last week, we started a brand new memory verse. It was Proverbs, 12:26. Hey, Gianna.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have that memory verse down?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
It's godly people are careful about the friends they choose.
Oh, boom. That's awesome. Well, as normal, our memory verse actually fits in really well with our main point for today. Our main point is simply, I will be a good example. So we should probably put some motions to that thing so we can all memorize that. So I tell you what, Gianna, you have some motions for us?
I do.
Okay, let's do this up. So what do you have for I?
All right, I have I.
Well, that makes sense. And then how about will?
We're going to do will.
Oh, let's see the muscles. Yeah, I will. And then B.
We'll do a B, like a bee.
A B. They're nice. And then let's put it together, a good.
We'll do a good.
A good, and then example.
We'll do example.
Oh, very nice. All right, so I will be a good example. Here's what I need. I need everybody up on their feet. Moms, dads, grandparents, the dog. Make sure you're all up on your feet. We're going to do some main pointing right now. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to say the main point. You're going to repeat after me as loud as you possibly can. Shake the TV at home there with your voice. And you're going to follow Miss Gianna with the motions. Got it? Good. Let's do this thing. Here we go. Ready? Everybody up. And I
will
be
A good
example.
example.
Not bad, not bad. I think we can get a little more energy and a little more excitement there at home. Make sure that mom is in on this too. Here we go. Ready? Repeat after me. Follow Miss Gianna. I will be a good example. Nice. That was good. I like that. Good job, guys.
That was awesome. And while we're on our feet, let's get Miss Cassie and Maya up here to do some singing and dancing for Jesus.
I like it.
We all have a story, a purpose you designed. Every day, every page written for me by the love of Jesus Christ. So listen up now. I'm living out loud. Jesus, let my life be your story. We're singing out, yeah. You're the one I want, my life to celebrate. 'Cause you gave life to me. We're shouting, hey, living every day, living to praise your name. Jesus, let my life be your story. I'm alive to live a life that shines your light. So listen up now. I'm living out loud. Jesus, let my life be your story. Yeah, you're the one I want, my life to celebrate. 'Cause you gave life to me. We're shouting, hey, living every day, living to praise your name. Jesus, let my life be your story. Yeah, you're the one I want, my life to celebrate. 'Cause you gave life to me. We're shouting, hey, living every day, living to praise your name. Jesus, let my life be your story. Let my life be your story. My future's bright, 'cause you want good things for me. Let my life be your story. My future's bright, 'cause you want good things for me. So bring on tomorrow, bring on today. I ain't afraid of what comes my way. Let my story, every page, bring glory to Jesus' name. We're singing out, yeah. You're the one I want, my life to celebrate. 'Cause you give life to me. We're shouting, hey, living every day, living to praise your name. Jesus, let my life be your story. Yeah, you're the one I want, my life to celebrate. 'Cause you gave life to me. We're shouting, hey, living every day, living to praise your name. Jesus, let my life be your story. Na 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 na, eh. Na 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 na, eh. Na 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 na, eh. Na 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 na, eh. Na 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 na, eh. Na 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 na, eh. Na 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 na, eh. Na 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 na.
A quackulator. Get it? Ducks use quackulators on math tests.
Yeah, I get it. I just don't find it as funny.
Okay, all right. Let's try this one. What happened when the teacher tied all of her students' shoelaces together?
I don't know.
They went on a class trip. Get it? A class trip?
So funny. Okay, tell you what. You stop telling your jokes, and we're going to go sit down and over your end scanners so Miss Wise can get on with her morning announcements. And no telling jokes.
All right. But you have to admit, I could be a great comedian if I wanted to be.
Sure you
Quackulator.
can.
Quackulator. So, I wonder where Mrs. Wise is. I mean, it should be time for her morning announcements.
Hello, students. Mrs. Wise is on vacation, so I am your substitute teacher. My name is Dr. Doom. Dr. D. That's right, Dr. D. Oh, let's see. Today's lunch menu includes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. My goodness. Broccoli chips. Broccoli chips? And ABC gum. How can you... Is that really what you eat? My goodness. Let's see. Your related arts for today is music. Oh, but who needs related arts? What else did Mrs. Wise want me to say? Blah, 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 blah. Something about some wise words from Proverbs 12:26 that say godly people are careful about the friends they choose. Pfft, who needs wise words? That sounds like terrible advice. I wasn't ever careful about the friends I chose, and I turned out great. In fact, I think the wisest thing anyone can do is put on some headphones and do your best not to learn anything. Just sit back and be lazy.
Vacation? I always thought Mrs. Wise was sort of stuck in here. I'm so confused.
Not as confused as I am. I mean, do you really think Miss Wise would actually leave that in her subnotes? I mean, the first 2 weeks of school, she taught us to listen and to add to what we've learned. And then she taught us to work hard and never quit. Do you really think she would want us to be lazy and not do our work?
I'm sure that Dr. D is just reading Mrs. Wise's subnotes. I mean, I think we should probably do what he suggested.
I don't know. I think we should investigate.
You go ahead and investigate, and I am going to investigate some of my good music.
Zippy, come on. You know this is wrong. You really think that... Zippy!
Cause I am happy.
Zippy!
Yep.
You're not listening to me. Dude, there's something fishy going around here, and we need to figure something out.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what Dr. D's doing.
The only thing fishy going around here is you interrupting my jams. Well, all right. I guess what Dr. D was saying is a little strange.
Ahem. I hear an awful lot of talking for a class that's supposed to be listening to music and not doing any work. Now get back to being lazy. And if you choose to go against what I'm telling you to do, I'll send you to detention.
Detention? Not detention! I don't want to ruin my perfect record. Plus, I heard that the teacher who does the detention is Miss Longnails, and she scratches on the chalkboard until people's ears fall off. I want my ears, Zippy!
Okay, Jordan, listen. You thought Dr. D was up to something weird, and now he is telling us to do something that we know is wrong, but is doing the right thing worth getting sent to detention for?
Yes, it is. Miss Wise has been a good example to us this whole year, and I think we should be a good example to our classmates, even if we have to go to detention.
I think I might have a plan. Come here. Okay,
Bagpipes?
ready, break! Are you ready?
Dr. D, I think we should go to related arts because we're playing the bagpipes today. And you see, I have a big concert and I need to practice my bagpipe skills.
I told you to stop worrying about school and start being lazy. For going against what I said, both of you are going to detention.
Well, that didn't work. Hurry up, come on. Jordan, hold on.
No,
We
not
can get through this.
detention!
We got this, don't worry.
My life is ruined. Oh man, this is worse than I thought. Everything here is so dark.
It'll be okay, Jordan. We can get through this. We chose to be good examples instead of doing what we know is wrong. Besides, I'm just glad that I have my good friend here with me because there is no way that I would have been able to choose the right thing to do without you here.
Oh no, that's Miss Longnails. Do I still have my ears?
I just wish Mrs. Wise were here so she could tell us the wise thing to do.
Hello? Did someone say my name? Is there someone else here in my vacation spot? Ah, I just love it here. The sound of nails scratching on a chalkboard is so soothing to me. Some people like the sound of waves and seagulls, but I just love nails scratching on a chalkboard.
Miss Wise, you're in detention with us? Oh,
Mrs. Wise, you're never going to guess what's going on. Our substitute teacher is doing things all wrong. He's telling us to do things that goes against what you taught us is right. We tried to be good examples for the rest of the class, but all it did was get us put here in detention.
You know what? It is very rare that we have a bad substitute teacher here at Springside. But when we do, our students always know how to be good examples and do the right thing. For example, I had a class a few years ago that was competing in the annual Springside Olympics. The Olympic event was one big race made up of 5 different parts. To start the event, the racers had to eat 3 of Chef Cook's spicy jalapeno-covered pickles. Then they had to race to the top of the school, all 25 flights of stairs. From there, they had to do a trick off the diving board into the pool on the 22nd floor. Once in the pool, it was time to shoot a basketball onto the courts beside the playground. Finally, the racers had to get out of the pool and walk on their hands through the slimy baked bean pit all the way to the finish line. Yahoo! The Springside Olympics are very competitive, and a boy named Angus Whopper told the rest of the class how they could cheat in order to win. All they had to do was hide the pickles in their pockets, sneak away to the elevator, and head straight to the roof. All the kids in the class agreed, and they were ready to cheat. But 3 friends stood up for the right thing. They said they weren't going to cheat. Even though my student threatened to give them atomic wedgies, they decided to be good examples to the rest of the class by choosing to do the right thing. Because those 3 friends wouldn't cheat, they convinced their friends in the class not to cheat either. Pretty soon, no one wanted to cheat. This made Angus so angry that he gave up and quit.
Bye!
They were 1 man short, but decided to compete anyway. And wouldn't you know it, they took first place! I found this all out later, and I have to say I was so proud of my class for not cheating. They remembered wise words, Proverbs 12:26. Godly people are careful about the friends they choose. You see, those 3 friends wised up and carefully chose to be a good example to their class instead of following someone else's unwise idea. This is why it's wise to carefully choose good friends who will be a good example for you to follow.
wow. I mean, those students in Mrs. Wise's class, they chose not to cheat and stood up for what they thought was right. And they set a good example for the whole class that the whole class didn't want to cheat.
I agree. We need to get back up to the 15th floor and let Dr. D know that our class isn't going to do what we know is wrong.
Well, I think what we need to do, classroom to the 15th floor.
We can do this.
What? How? What? Your ears aren't falling off. No one has ever come back from detention with their ears still intact. Who was protecting you in there?
Mrs. Wise was in detention with us, and she let us know what was really going on right now, Dr. D. And we're here to let you know that our class is not going to do the wrong thing.
Yeah, you thought you could trick us with your not-so-wise words, but Miss Wise reminded us, and we chose to choose the wise way, and that wise way is Mrs. Wise's words.
Well then, it seems that my work here is done. I suppose that you will just go back to doing what Mrs. Wise says, and I guess I'll have to find another class to disrupt. I hear old MacDonald on the second floor will be out tomorrow. Good thing Dr. D is here to sub.
Did you hear that? Dr. D's going to go teach in Old McDonald's classroom. I know.
Ugh. But we need to warn them before he gets there.
You're right. Let's go. Come on. We can't wait.
Oh man, I can't believe that Jordan and Zippy's substitute teacher was trying to get them to do what they knew was the wrong thing.
Yeah, I know. Do you guys think that Dr. Doom was setting a good example for their class? Yeah, no way. But kids, why don't you ask your parents sometime this week who's been a good example in your life and why? And why don't you also talk to them about how you can be a good example for others?
That's awesome. And then, why don't you head on back to our Bible story? It's found in Daniel chapter 3. Go ahead and read through that as a family. And then maybe just talk it out as a family. Parents, you can ask some simple questions like, what was it that the king was asking everybody to do? And what do you guys think? Is it right to worship something other than God? Another good question might be, and so what was it that the three friends decided they were going to do? And I don't know, me personally, I'd ask some things like, oh, do you think they were a little nervous about that or scared about that? I mean, they're going against the king here, right? But they did stand up, right? And so maybe ask the kids what happened when the three friends decided to stand up for what's right. And eventually, what did the king make everybody else do because the three friends stood up for what's right? So there's just some questions to do as you go through Daniel chapter 3. And then, of course, ask, man, guys, what can you do to be a good example, just like the three friends in our Bible story?
Yeah, those are perfect. And we just want you guys to know that we had an awesome time with you today. We hope that you had a fun time too, and we hope to see you back here next week.
See you guys.